And I don't see myself as difficult. I'm demanding, but people are better because of it. You know, I'm not mean to
That's
people.
why you're hired.
You know,
You're hired to deliver.
Hired to deliver for them.
Yes.
You know, for the money that they're paying me.
Yes. That's
and
what
so, you know, sometimes what happens between a producer and an artist is it's called transference. So they transfer all their parental issues onto the producer. You know, I can be the mother or the father, somebody they have a problem with. And then all of a sudden, something I say could touch off that transference issue. So then you have to work it out with them because, in a way, that's how they get to complete the cycle for themselves. But it takes a lot out of you.
You're the therapist.
Therapist that needs a therapist, you know, because, you know, Meatloaf sent me to Al-Anon, you know, to learn how to deal with, you know.
Oh, with anger and
with difficult people.
So you did learn a lot.
I did. Diane Warren took me, and I started going on Saturdays, and it was amazing, you know, just to get some skills. And once I started getting some skills, and you know, creating boundaries, then all of a sudden he started treating me better.
Oh, interesting.
He backed off.
This was during the session, the project.
During the project, yeah.
Wow.
And then you know, I convinced him finally to get voice lessons from Eric Vitro, the voice coach to the stars. And all of a sudden we had to record all the vocals all over again because he was singing so much better. That's why the record took so long.
And did you have to go syllable by syllable with him? He's famous for
No. I mean, we did that in post. He would sing, you know, through, but you know, there were a lot of takes. A lot of takes.
When I was doing Bad on Hell, that was the Village recorder?
Yes, Village recorder.
I remember that. So when I did Bad on Hell 2, Roy Bittan was the piano player, and Steinman was producing, and Tim Pierce was playing, and something about Meat wanted to sing in the vocal booth. It was in the East West Studios at Ocean Way, then the big room. And Boy says, "You're not going to get a take, so why bother?" Oh, Meat went, I'm doing it. And
did they get takes?
No, didn't even get that far. So Meat and him are going after. Finally, Roy just slams the piano down and walks out that way. Meat takes off from the vocal booth down the hall that way to meet him. And I'm in there, I'm looking at the bass player goes on to him and says, what's going to happen? I mean, Roy's this big, Meat's this big. And all of a sudden, I hear all this crashing and stuff. I'm like, dude, should we jump out there and break him apart? He says, it'll be all right. Roy takes off. He's gone. Meatloaf comes in. His hair is like a mad doctor. He's pacing around the room. He stops. He gets to me. Goes something like, "Man, I'm sorry." And then he keeps pacing and pacing. But before he went out there, he went, "Don't fuck with me." And his hair was out there. I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
I saw some of that.
Did you catch some of that?
Yeah.
Meatloaf, I love you. But that was just that's what happened.
One day he kicked down the baffles, the microphone stand, everything, and just walked out.
Went crazy, yeah.
Went crazy.
Yeah.
And he wasn't mad at us. He was mad at himself.
Yeah.
You know, and frustrated.
Yeah.
And I was patient. I said, "No, come on. Let's try again."
Yeah.
One more time.
Yeah.
You know, just do it one more time. You know, like 20
times.
20 times 10 times 15. Just one more time.
Yeah.
And then he'd go, "Fuck you and the horse you rode in on."
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's light.
That was loving.